Okay, wait. Before I even explain this reset, I need to be honest about something. I don't want this to turn into another completely change your life in 30 days challenge. Because honestly, I think most of us are already exhausted. So this reset is going to be different. I'm not trying to become a brand new person overnight. And I'm trying to feel grounded again, healthier, less scattered, more in control of my life and routines. And I think the biggest reason most resets fail is because people overcomplicate them from the beginning. So I'm intentionally keeping my planning system really simple. I'm back in my A5, my everyday operation powerhouse, and I'll probably use the monthly pages almost like a vision for the next 30 days. Not packed schedules or perfect goals, just a reminder of what I'm focusing on this month. So I'm going to set up in June together with you. And maybe that's fixing my sleep schedule. Maybe it's moving my body consistently. Maybe it's spending less time on my phone, reading again, eating better, getting back into routines that actually make me feel good. So whatever a 30-day reset is for you, this is where I'm going to be planning mine out, and maybe you can use this as a template for yours. So after the monthly pages, in the weekly pages, that's where the real planning will happen. And so this is the week ahead. This is where I can realistically look at my schedule and decide what actually fits into my life for this week instead of creating some impossible routine I'll quit after 3 days. So things that will go in here can be strength workouts, walks, bike rides, stretching, yoga, meal prep, outdoor time, content creation, earlier bedtimes. So instead of making giant habit trackers that feel stressful and overwhelming, I think I'm just going to do tiny weekly check-ins at the bottom of each page. So maybe tracking things like movement, sleep, water, vitamins, reading, screen time, journaling, and outside time. Nothing intense, just enough to notice patterns without feeling pressured to be perfect. So setting up my next week ahead, I usually start my day around 8 in the morning, my work day. So I'll block this off because at the top of the page, I write my 3 priorities for the day. And it works really well because I've got 2 lines for each. So I'll fill that in for every day. And I just write over the numbers. Gives me a couple of lines to work with. And I'll actually do boxes with a square template. And I end my day around 9. I work variable hours, so I could be working a long day, I could be working afternoons, evenings. It just depends how the day unfolds. But planning my 30-day reset will go in amongst these days. So what I'm going to do here is set up my days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I'm going to give myself Sunday off. So this will be not perfect, but it'll work. So I'll set something up like this for every week. These lines are off today, but that is okay. These are just going to be for check marks. Now, you could always use the yearly plan at the front. I want something every week that I can look at. And so something like this, just so that I can see what I've done out of my 6 days that I'm working on here. And not that I'm not going to be working on my reset on Sundays, but it won't be a focus day. I also really want to include weekly reflections because I think that's the part people skip. At the end of each week, I will ask myself what actually made me feel better, what felt unrealistic, what drained my energy, what habits felt natural, and what do I want to improve next week? Because this reset isn't about perfection, it's about awareness. During the week, what I want to track for myself, and this will be my health goals. So yoga. Did I get on the bike? Did I go for a walk? And those are the main ones for me. And some could even be yard work or gardening. So I'll put yard in here because that could be a really good workout in itself. And meal prep. I'll make sure if I do my meals more consistently, and sleep. Those are the main ones I really want to track over the next little while and just divide them out. So this doesn't have to be pretty, but it's got to be something that you want to fill in and check in. And the goal is to stay consistent and see where I'm filling in and what I'm leaving behind or not able to complete. And again, it's not about overwhelm, it's about creating clarity and moving forward in a way that works for you. So, what I will look at, and again, other things you can track, is your healthy eating, maybe reading, maybe meditation time, gratitude journal, whatever it is for yourself. And honestly, I don't even think daily pages are necessary unless they genuinely help you, because I do have daily pages in what will be my July start, my A5 complete. For now, I'm finishing in the Hobonichi Avec part 1 of the year, and I definitely have the daily pages that I could use, but I don't necessarily think I'm going to fill in for this reset on the daily pages. But you're definitely welcome to if you like. It depends how detailed you want to get. You could literally just keep a running to-do list or write down your top 3 priorities each day. And the whole point of this reset is to simplify my life, not create another thing that I'll fall behind on. I think this is about way more than productivity. I think a lot of people are craving routines that actually support their lives again. When I go back to the month, what I really want to look at when I review is, do I have less burnout, less chaos, less feeling mentally all over the place, more intention, more balance, and more consistency? For this month, my goal might be going to the gym twice a week. For my 30-day reset, might be weights and looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, so maybe another day. So let's say 10 times this month. Now, yoga, the goal will be also at least once a week. So let's say 5 times. And getting on the bike, ideally 3 times a week. So that'll be 12, let's say 13, 14 times this month. Because there's some days, some weeks I'll go more, some weeks less. So those are the keys. Now there might be, say, stretching in here and sleep. And then I can track that for the month on how I'm doing by week. So over the next 30 days, really what I want to do is document this honestly, what works, what doesn't, how I'm planning everything weekly, and how I'm trying to build routines that actually feel sustainable long term. And tomorrow, I want to talk more about why I'm doing this reset in the first place, because I honestly think so many people feel burnt out and off track right now.